Hello, good afternoon again. It is we, the IUM students, in the studio. So within our last episode, which is episode 3, we are going to talk about the advantages of homeworks to school learners and also advantages of parental involvement in the learners or children's education. At last, we are also going to talk about the disadvantages of parents' involvement in their children's academic affairs or education. So, I go by the name Ruka Stefanes. On my right, I have Miss Christophine. In the middle, we have Miss Francina. And the last madam is Miss Renate. So, Miss Christophina, the question goes to you. What are advantages of homeworks to school-going learners?
So we actually have a lot of advantages, but I'm only going to say 3 of them. The first one, learners learn about time management. This means that time management should extend beyond classroom and onto your home. Whether your child needs to play or complete some light chores, it's in your best interest to provide your child with an ample time to complete their homework. So homework demands a fresh mind and complete concentration. So you should make it your mission to ensure that your child is well fed and refreshed before beginning any assignment. The second one is homework provides a measurement of learners are learning for teachers. And then the consideration is here that you should always give them homework based on the responses obtained from the assignment, and you will be able to tell how well your learners learned the content. So if the responses are unsatisfactory, then be prepared to revisit the chapter and break it down to simpler subtopics that can be understood with a relative ease. Lastly, you should train your learners to solve problems. So homework trains learners how to solve problems. So problem solving is a critical aspect of the learning process, and it evaluates your child's capacity to reason and make informed decisions. When in the classroom setting, your child is given the unique advantage of problem solving various questions with the assistance of their teacher. But when at home, they must rely on the recalled information to execute ideal solutions to the problems at hand.
Wow, thank you so much, Miss Christophine, that you have stated the advantages of homeworks to school-going children or learners. So the second question goes to Miss Francina. Miss Francina, what are the advantages of parental involvement in children's education?
Parental involvement with homework impacts students in a positive way. One of the most important reasons for parental involvement is that it helps alleviate stress and anxiety if the students are facing challenges with specific skills or topics. Parents have experienced and expected with a variety of subject matter and life experiences to help increase relevance. Parents help their children understand content and make it more meaningful while also helping them understand things more clearly. Also, their involvement increases skill and subject retention. Parents get into more depth about content and allow students to take skills to a greater level. Many students will always remember the time spent together working on homework or classroom projects. Parental involvement with homework and engagement in their child's education are related to higher academic performance, better social skills and behavior, and increased self-confidence. That's where I'm aiming.
So thank you so much, Miss Francina. We have heard the advantages of parental involvement in children's academics or education. So we are closing this chapter with Miss Renate, who's going to tell us the disadvantages of parental involvement in children's academic education.
Due to time, my colleagues, I'm going to only provide you with one disadvantage of parent involvement in children's education. So that is now helicopter parenting. Some parents take their involvement too far They are at school so much that they become a source of distraction for their child or their child's classmates and teachers. It's important to remember that school is a place of learning as well as a workplace. Teachers do not want to encounter parents having a loud conversation on by the do not want to encounter parents having a loud conversation on by the faculty lounge about another teacher. They don't like to be placed in the awkward position of reprimanding a student who is not following instructions because he wants to talk to his mom. I thank you.
So thank you so much, Miss Renate. We have heard about helicopter parenting, when students will lose focus and then would always like to talk to mom and dad because of their presence within the school ground. So we thank you so much for listening. That is all about our last episode. So thank you so much.